Hello everyone, welcome back to Rolling Solo. My name is Adam Smith. We are playing through Fireteam Zero, and in the last episode, Abe took an unfortunate knockout. And what a knockout really means is, as we talked about at the end of the last video, the coin is flipped to its tail side. Now, that significance really matters because normally when it's on its head side, you are okay. When it flips from its head size, oh my goodness, head size to its tail side, and then it has to be flipped again because of another knockdown, which we haven't experienced yet. We haven't experienced a second knockdown. When we do experience that second knockdown and it's on the tail side, or if it happens to be on the tail side, we automatically lose. So what this really is doing is taking our head coin, flipping it to tails, and giving us kind of a pre-warning to say one more mess up and this mission goes down the tubes. But we still can kind of come back from where we're currently at. Now what happens with a typical knockdown is you just tip your hero on its side like we just did here, and then each time a hero is knocked down, the lucky coins flip tail side up as we explained. If it's already tail side up, you're going to fail the mission as I mentioned. If your hero's been knocked down, he's not considered an active hero. You may not play cards for any reason, including a reaction card, nor may your hero be damaged by any effect. And then when you begin your next turn, so for instance when we start with Abe up next turn, you can choose to remain down and skip your turn completely. In other words, make sure that all the individuals in your spot are the target of attacks, or choose to stand up and take your attack or take your turn like normal. So at the end of the day, just being knocked down doesn't do that much, but it does start to weaken the overall squad because now this coin's at the tail side and that makes things a little worse for everybody. So we're going to continue where we left off in the last episode. We're going to make sure we're on the tail side of this coin, which will sit right here. And we're going to go ahead and begin where we left off. We hadn't actually finished all of our monster activations. We had stopped as soon as Abe had been knocked out because I wanted to leave you guys on a cliffhanger and I'm a horrible person. Okay, so what we're going to do now is start off with another monster activation. Actually, the last one left on the board. So this guy here is going to try to get to this area as fast as possible, but you have to remember, he's not going to focus on this area because this is not an active hero right now. He's knocked down. He's going to focus on the first player because in the last episode, Frank was the very first player. So this monster is going to be trying to get to this space because distance-wise, he's going to focus on the players that are standing up, and it just so happens that Frank is here as well as Don. So he's going to come in here. So this monster is going to try his best to get there, whatever the shortest route is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to send him. We can choose when it's equal. So I'm going to send him off this way. I don't want him coming around this side. So we'll move him to here. We're going to roll his activation die to see if he gets any further movement. He does. That's tragic. So now he's here. Now we've really got a lot of problems. Now this monster can't shoot from range just yet, so that's a good thing. We'll have to go from there, but that's the plus, is that nothing else bad happened. We do have to spawn for the end of the round, which we didn't complete in the last video. So we're now going to take these two individuals, roll our die. We got ourselves a 12. Here's hoping that it's nowhere near us or we're in serious trouble. Where is 12? I must be, oh perfect, it's way over here. Great, great, keep that up. Keep them as far away from me as possible. And a 5. Awesome. So we got two spots that are very far away. That's great. So we just have to focus on this crazy clump right here. And that's essentially the end of this particular round. So now we start up with the tactics phase again. Do we want to play a tactics card in this situation because we're starting a brand new round? We do have Don who has a tactics card. And as we know, he can't go ahead and do any movement or play actions, but he can play a tactics card if he so chooses because a tactics card is not considered an action. So we can essentially, we have to make our minds up here as to whether there's something worthwhile. Now this tactic here says kill up to 4 minions and elites anywhere on the battlefield. Dawn is sitting in one place. This would be a perfect time to do this, and he's out of the play, so I'm absolutely playing this tactics card. He has a full 5 cards in his hand already before the round begins. It's a perfect time to play this. So he's playing his tactics card, killing up to 4 minions or elites anywhere on the battlefield. Awesome news. I'm killing 1, 2, 3, 4. All of the guys around us are dead. We are in the clear thanks to a Chuck Satchel charge by Dawn. Thank you very much for saving the squad because that was looking bad. Okay, so now we're going to do that's cleared up. Is we're going to start drawing up our cards. So we'll, of course, we don't want to forget, I did this already, we want to move our first player marker up to Abe because Abe actually should be starting. So we'll start drawing our cards. So Abe's going to get a two-handed swing. That's interesting. Oh, that's a really powerful melee attack. Look at that thing. That is incredible. And then this one here, a pump action, stock strife, pump action, and center mass. Some pretty good cards there. Pretty good cards. Okay, so there's his cards. Don cannot pull any more cards or pull any cards at all because he chose to use a tactics card. But our rifleman Frank can go ahead. He's got these 2 cards in his hand currently. He's going to draw 3 more cards. So we've got ourselves another M7 grenade launcher, hydrostatic shock, and of course I'm not reading the bottoms, but they're important as well, and a regular headshot with another tactics card. Perfect. All right, so nice to have those tactics cards in there at times. Okay, we got a nice clear sector right now, so we want to make use of this time. So let's start it off. Abe is our first starting player. Great news is Abe's the one who's knocked over. I'm choosing to stand back up. Perfect. Now the one thing we have to remember is just because we stand him up doesn't mean our tails flips to a head. It still stays at tails. We're still on the edge of being defeated at any moment. We have to be really careful with how we play now. Now what would make sense for us is essentially for me to have potentially on the next turn, Don's going to go. Don can't do anything. So this would be a great turn for Don to sit still because he's not going to be able to do anything anyway because he's still stuck here based on this Ferry fuel objective. But then Frank can actually free him up and we can get 1 intel token on here and be close to finishing. I can send Abe potentially up here to the top right corner to search this particular spot. Now, right now, Henry is with him. And Henry lets me re-roll a die when attacking. It's not exactly what I want right now. I kind of want something a little bit more powerful than that. It would be nice if I had something that allowed me to give me more movement, but I don't. I don't have it. Like my distance to that spawn is too far away. I could go 1-2, but I'm bringing somebody with me who only helps me re-roll attack dice. And this other specialist isn't with me right now, so I can't pull him with me. There's no other spawns close by. I could get here and check this spawn point, and then when this guy activates, but that's just so sketchy. I could be in some serious trouble. Although I would be on a spawn, and that would be good. That would be good, unless of course we got lots of 1s on the next pull. It might be worth the risk. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to be crazy. So I'm going to have Abe move. Oh, no, he can't make it because it'd be 1, and then this would cost 2 to move into. I wouldn't be able to do it just yet. Maybe I should be safe and try the 1 first then, if that's the case. So I'm going to have Abe head 1-2. I want to see quickly if Abe has anything that for range that can shoot from long distance. He's got range of 1, just ranges of 1. He really can't do much right now. So if that's the case, then play at the end of your turn to let all allies in your location draw an extra card. Ooh, that's good. That's not bad. That could be good. I think a pep talk might not be a bad thing right now. Each hero may immediately move 2 spaces, starting with the player to your right. Oh, to your left. That's really good too. That's going to be really good too. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. But for now, I think what I'm going to do, because the only spawns close by is way down here and way up there, I'm just going to have him go 1. And then, oh, this is terrible because he can't even get into here because it's difficult terrain. I got to have something. Somebody's got to have a card. I'm hoping. Oh, and have I not pulled... Oh, I didn't... Oh, right, because Dawn... No, never mind. I've drawn cards. I'm going a little crazy. But I'm looking for something that'll help me with moving. Let me move to their location. That's not helpful. No. So none of those are good. Does Frank have something that can help me with movement? That's what I'm looking for. No. Nope. And no. No movement-based help there at all. Worst. Okay, so if that's the case, if I move here next turn, it would make more sense for me to have Abe come 1-2. I know this sounds crazy, but I'm going to put him here. Might seem dangerous, and it kind of is, because he's going to be between 2 spawn points, but if this monster gets to me, I do have my overview focus action, which I can potentially do some damage. So I'm going to sit him there. I know it sounds crazy, but then next turn I can jump into 8 and then hopefully head to the exit within 2 moves, so that should work. We'll see how that goes. So Abe's turn's done. We're going to move to Dawn. Dawn cannot do anything. He's completely useless. He could probably play a reaction if he can, but there's really nothing else. Play at the end of an ally's turn. Oh, what I could do is play a card, which I think I will do. I'm going to play this at the end of my turn from Abe. Where was that card that let me give everyone a pep talk? This one. We're going to play this one. At the end of your turn, let all allies in your location. Never mind, that's not going to help anybody. All right, so done with Abe, done with Don. Don's stuck here because of this Ferry fuel objective, and now we're going to have Frank, who happens to be in this spot. He's going to go ahead and spend an action in order to free Don, which is then in turn going to put an intel token, thankfully, the first one, that's not the right thing, on the repair the ferry. So we're halfway to repairing the ferry. We've got the fuel. Perfect. And now we can kind of trash this discovery card, or this recon card. That's awesome. So we're almost done. We're almost done. We're almost home 3. Now, Frank went ahead and he spent an action doing that. He's in the same spot as somebody who can help him, who will let him do a free action that's search, but that's not helpful here. I still have movement. So what I could do with Frank in order to help these guys out is head up there and help them. I don't know where I should be at this point, but I think Frank should be here just to kind of keep that formation. Frank also gets the benefit of both of these guys. And then for movement purposes, he's close enough, hopefully, with his range to do damage to monsters that are coming in. So we'll see how that works. I think that's it. So we're going to stop there. And now we're going to go ahead and activate monsters. There's only 2 monsters on the board, so it should be pretty straightforward. But first, we're going to up our threat track to 9. Oh my goodness, we're 1 away from tragedy. We'll activate this monster first. The very first player to go is Abe. So this monster is going to go right into his spot, which was fine because we knew that we were going to use Overwatch. Now we're going to go ahead and make attack. It says we have to perform an attack action against the monster's reaction, so we can use any attack type. We could use melee, we could use bullets. We don't want to use bullets because remember, bullets and bombs make things explode on us. We could do two-handed swing, but then we lose this wonderful tactical response. I do have a reroll, and with melee I need 4. Oh, that's so tight. If I fail, then I'm going to take some damage. I could probably handle the damage though, I think. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it. That's what's, you got to risk it sometimes. So we're going to roll 3 dice. Now the other thing I can do is check to see if my man Frank here has anything that can help me in terms, play before an ally performs an attack to increase their strength by 1. Perfect. So I'm going to use a spotter from Frank to do that. I think that's the best. Or I could use crossfire. That's for a bullet attack. So I can't use that. I'm not using a bullet attack. Yeah, that's good enough. So we got an extra die there, so that's good. So I've increased my chances there a little bit, thanks to Frank. He's going to give me some spotter. He's spotting the enemy from a distance, so that's great. Frank here has spotted this enemy. We're now rolling 4 dice and hoping to see something good here. Oh my gosh, that was... What am I looking for again? I'm looking for hands. Oh, I just barely did it. I melee with just 4. Wow, that was so close. Okay, I don't need any rerolls. I'm good. It's awesome. We kill off the monster before it gets to attack. That's perfect. Both of these go away. So Frank discards this card, and this card is discarded from Abe. We're still fine. We're all clear up top now. That's awesome. We have to activate this guy way down here in the corner who's going to try to bolt for Abe, or whoever's closest, really. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's going for Abe. So he'll head up this way. Okay, so that's good. And then at this point now we're going to roll his activation die to see if he gets anything extra. He gets an extra move, sadly. So now he's there. And we're going to go ahead and spawn monsters. And we have a whole ton of monsters to spawn. This is where things get interesting. Where are these guys going to show up? The first one's going to show up at 6. 6 is right here. All right, so, okay, you can see how this is going to go. 5. Where's 5? 5's up here. Oh man, they're coming from the outsides of the board. Pretty good. Another one at 5. Oh man, here they come. They don't like that we're leaving, or trying to leave anyway. 9. Where's 9? Oh, we're on 9. Perfect. We secured 9, so we have to re-roll this. 8. Oh, it's right beside us. That's even worse. And 8 again! No! That's so many in close range. Okay, so that's really bad, but you can see how many are starting to kind of converge on us here. It's getting really tough. Now, what we're going to do before we start the next round is we're going to kind of do a little bit of strategy talk here as to what we should do next. So let's talk a little bit. We know right off the bat when we start the next round that we're going to be talking about determining the starting player and tactics. So first off, we'll do this right off the top. We'll move our starting player token to Don because we know Don will be going first. But regardless, now at this point, we figure out what tactical cards we might want to play. So let's talk a little bit about what tactics cards we even have as options. We have this one here. It says, tactical response, each hero may immediately move 2 spaces starting with the player to your left. So that's cool. It really just allows us to get into better positioning. So we could potentially have all these guys kind of head back towards the exit. We can have these guys maybe even move into the exit area. And we could really be hoping that that 1 is where we need to get our spawn token. I don't know. But that could give us some movement, which could be really, really helpful. What other tactics do we have here? No more tactics in this particular hand, sadly. And then over here, there's one tactic here. Oh, yes. Could this be good? Could be good. Kill all minions and elites occupying spawn points in any one sector. That could be the winner. Because, yeah, like, it's nice to, you know, step back, but we still have to deal with all the monsters moving to us as quick as possible. And all these 4 could really get on us quick. But if we play this tactics response from Frank, who's fairly out of the fight, he wouldn't get to pull any, he wouldn't get to grab any more cards, but he's got 4, so he'd be able to survive, I think, any kind of nastiness that comes at him. Although there is one guy here that could move to and get pretty close. He'd be going after Dawn there. So I think Frank would be the run to do this. I think it'd be a good idea to do tactical response and wipe these 2 off the board. Because it says kill all minions and elites occupying spawn points in any one sector. So this would be... I guess in any one sector it could be either one. But I think this would be the best one to do just because for tactical standpoint, this would be the easiest one to clear. So we actually have some movement around. So that would probably be the best. But I'm going to let you guys decide. So I want you guys to let me know in the comments below. Should we use the tactics card from Frank 2penny in order to kill off some minions, and then of course, or from some minions from occupying spawn points in any one sector? So really, is it going to be from 8 or 5, or should we go ahead and use the tactics card from Abe, which would say each hero may immediately move 2 spaces starting with the player to your left? So it just gives us a movement advantage, but that's about it. I think personally that the tactical response for kill zones makes sense the most, but I'd like to hear your guys' opinion because maybe you have a different take on a strategy. So I want to give you an overview of the board here so you can see everything, see how it's all laid out. We've got everyone out there and we're ready to start. We'll be moving into the tactics phase in the next video. Hope you guys are enjoying. Let me know if you are enjoying the series so far. Give me a thumbs up. Give me some comments below so I can see that you guys are enjoying as well as participating in some of the strategy. And it's been awesome so far, but we are getting to the very end of this. We only need 1 more part of this repair the ferry objective, and we are able to get to this exit and get out, and we win. And this is a really tough scenario, being that it's outside. There's no walls or barriers. Every monster can get to us so fast. So I'm hoping you guys are enjoying. I'll see you in the next episode. As always, keep on rolling solo.